Hello everyone. In our first video, we discussed about immediate cause of First War of Independence. There were many other causes of the revolt also. Those I will discuss in this video. These causes of revolt we can divide into as economic causes, social and religious causes, political causes and military causes. So these causes I will explain. First of all, we are discussing about the political causes. In this, first cause is that the sepoys were dissatisfied with the treatment which they were getting from the Britishers. And secondly, there were personal scores of the Indian rulers like Bahadur Shah Zafar, Tantia Tope, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib. They led the revolts from their respective territories for their personal scores. Then next is doctrine of lapse. This was announced by Lord Dalhousie. It created the fear and resentment among the Indian rulers. What was this doctrine of lapse? According to this, those kings were not having their natural heirs or the sons. After their demise, their empires would be taken over by the Britishers. So this created fear and resentment among the rulers. For example, Rani Lakshmi Bai, she adopted a son. Nana Sahib also was not having any son, he adopted a son. So because of this doctrine of lapse, there was a problem and the rulers, they were revolting from their territories. Next is subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance means, first of all, I want to explain. Subsidiary alliance means this was a Britishers' policy of providing military assistance to the Indian rulers in exchange of paying for army maintenance. A British resident was also stationed at that court for the security from other rulers, but in actual their main purpose was to keep other European powers away. So how this was creating the problem, how this was the cause of the revolt. One example is there of the Nawab of Awadh, Wajid Ali Shah. His empire was an ally of East India Company, but later on it was annexed on the plea that the government was not functioning well. And this empire was given to Begum Hazrat Mahal. And by this subsidiary alliance, we can say that the Britishers were signing the treaties with the Indian kings, but later on they were violating them as their own convenience. So these are the political causes. Next, I will discuss about the economic causes. Economic exploitation and the destruction of the traditional Indian economy structure by the Britishers caused widespread resentment among the Indians, like the peasants, like the industrialists, like the common people. How it was, as under the Zamindari system, the peasants were to pay very heavy taxes, and also by the Britishers, the peasants were forced to grow some cash crops. So because of that, they were overburdened, and if they were not able to pay these taxes, they were jailed and they were tortured. On the second hand, the industries also in India, British goods destroyed Indian industries. How it was? Because industrial goods like textiles, etc., from Britain, they flooded in Indian markets. By that, Indian industries were destroyed. And by this, the Indian people were becoming unemployed and there was poverty in India. These are the economic causes. Next, I will explain about the military causes. In military causes, the sepoys, Indian soldiers called sepoys by the Britishers, they were humiliated by the Britishers. There was discrimination in between Indian and British soldiers. As first of all, they were getting the low salaries, very low salaries as compared to the Britishers. As for example, the highest pay given to an Indian sepoy as Subedar was less than the minimum pay of a European recruit. Secondly, The Britishers passed an Act of 1856. According to this, it was made compulsory for new Indian recruits to serve overseas. This hurt the feelings of the soldiers as Hindus believed that overseas travel would lead to the loss of caste. And last, I will explain about the social and religious causes. The social reforms were there by the Britishers, which were considered as an interference in the customs and traditions of the Hindus. In this, many Indians opposed the introduction of Western education, and also many people were converted from Hindus as the Christians. There was a change in the Hindu law of property also. Those who converted their religion from Hinduism to Christianity, even then, they were to get the share of their ancestral property. Number 3, the introduction of railways also created fear among the people of India, as they were feeling that they will lose their caste, because Indians were not allowed to travel in the first class train compartments, and also moreover there was racial discrimination. The Britishers were considering them as the superiors. So they advocated a judicial system based on the principle of equality, but in actual this practice, it was biased. There was no equality. So these all the economic, social and religious, political, military and immediate causes, they led to the revolt of 1857, and these were the causes of the first war of independence, which was otherwise suppressed. But this great struggle of freedom became a source of inspiration for the later freedom struggles, and also its heroes become the household names in the country. Thank you.